Hi guys, I thought I'd just do a quick video just to show you what you'll be doing at GCSE next year. So this is your checklist, which is uploaded onto Teams, so you should have access to that. I'll print these out for you as well for the beginning of September. You really just need to focus on this part here, this summer work, year 9 work. So an extensive mind map with an image board and with advanced selected intelligent words. Okay, so I'll show you what that looks like in a sec. First lesson we'll be doing some photography in class, and I'll ask you to do some photography at home. So if you do feel like you want to do some photography at home over the summer, especially if you're going on holiday and you've got a swimming pool or a lake or the beach or something like that, then that's a really good opportunity to take some photos. We'll work through these things together, and then part 2 is more self-directed, where you choose your own theme. So do please have a little read through that over the summer as well. I'll ask you to do this in class when we get back, so don't worry about that too much. Title page. This is your first opportunity to be super creative and to show me what you've got. Okay, so we've been doing stenciling in year 9, so you know how to do that now. That was literally me spraying the water and sprinkling the brusho, and then when I lifted it up I got the effect underneath. It did go over the edges a little bit, but I don't mind because it's water. And I actually just sprayed my words with a water bottle to make them look a bit watery as well. So these are just the initial words that come to mind. I'll just go like this so you can see some of those. Use a thesaurus, look online at synonyms as well, and just get as many good words as you possibly can. With all that in mind, go onto Pinterest. You can use the Pinterest link that I've sent you and just copy and paste your favourite images off there, or if you can be bothered, you can find all your own images, but they are there for you, so you may as well use them, but it's up to you. And then these are the more intelligent words that I'm talking about. So really kind of words that kind of come to mind when you're thinking of water, and already I'm starting to think about this idea of drowning and how that could link to mental health. We hold our breath when we're anxious, we take a gasp out of maybe relief or shock. So I'm kind of linking it into human emotion a little bit here. Swimming underwater, the force of water, the power of water, which could lead me on to like water gods, or tsunamis or something like that. Again, I've got emotion, I've got water pressure, things like that to start me thinking about ideas, so that we don't all end up just drawing glasses of water as our outcomes. Yeah, we can all take this onto a different route. Photography, so these are my 3 favourite photographs from water at home. So then I'd look at doing some hyper-realistic paintings or drawings of these as best as I can. I've annotated them as well, but I'll talk to you about this and how to present this at school. Some edits of my photography, so just looking at maybe close-ups and playing around with filters and things like that. A contact sheet, so here I've taken a bunch of photos, not just 1 or 2, and then I'm crossing out the ones that are really bad, and I'm showing the ones that I'm actually liking and I want to take on further. Okay, so this will be in class. I will set this, so you don't need to worry about this unless you've got some time to do some photography at home. In class now, so this is sort of like maybe a week or 2 in. We are going to be doing some drawings and paintings of your photographs. Now we might be a bit clever, and I'll give you some images to work from to help you. They're not going to notice whether you have it as a photo or not, so don't stress about it. These are actually paintings by one of our year 13 pupils, so don't get too stressed, but I am just showing you the absolute best. So this is a 9. Okay, this sketchbook would get you a 9 if you did it exactly like this, but obviously we're looking for these things here: highly skilled, exceptional, accurate, refined, mature. So it is those things to think about. This is your year 9 exam that can go in your sketchbook, and the sphere that we did in class. This is a painting of someone, I don't know who, but submerged underwater, again from my photography, so I'm more portrait based now. This is a little tip here. This is actually a photocopy, and I've started to paint on top of the photocopy. So if you really find painting hard, that is a little way out for you there. Digital practice. So we'll have a look at making some digital art. So this is just a picture off of the internet, and then I've edited it using the colour burn technique. I've done some edits of hands holding water and just having a little play around with those. We started this at lunchtime. And that will just go in your sketchbook like this, playing around with inks. And this is Poseidon, so we're looking at the power of water, and maybe a little bit of mythology there if you wanted to go into that. This page here, lots of experimental work. We'll do this in class. This is in class as well. This is jelly plate printing, so I'll show you how to do some mono printing, jelly plate printing, looking at like maybe sea foam, looking at how we can get like a texture of water without having to paint it. So that's that. And then we're looking more onto like the lack of water. So this is just images I've stuck in. I haven't finished painting this yet, haven't got there yet, but I thought I might paint these hands holding water on this background, so you can just about see the outline there. But I'll show you how to do all these backgrounds to create some sort of interesting effects. So this is all about drought, like cracking, the lack of water, and obviously like a meaning there as well. So I'm playing around with ideas at this stage. Then we'll start looking at artists. So if we go back to the sheet, you'll see where that is. Artists actually come, where do they come? There, January, February time. So that's when we'll start looking at artists, and you can choose your artists. But yeah, there's some good links there. So any of this you want to browse at over the summer whilst you've got some time, please do feel free. So artists here, I've looked at Maggie Hambling and David Sherwood, which I think is this guy here, and then doing my own kind of version of both of those mixed together. So Maggie Hambling does these big waves like this. I'll show you how to do this in class, and then combining that with the artist, with the portrait idea here. Okay. And this is also giving me ideas of what we were talking about earlier, like the force of water, and she looks a bit sad with the blues and everything. So we're talking about maybe this wave of emotion that we get, this feeling that we can get overwhelmed or anxious or something. So that may be something to explore, I don't know. Then we will go to the Tates. These are just postcards. I think they're from a different gallery, but I just put those in there as an example. You're right about some stuff. The more drawings you do on the trip, the better. I will say that now, because then it means you've got less work to do whilst you're at home. Sketches and responses. I'm just having a little play around with stuff there, really. Then we're going to go on to 3D art, looking at some 3D artwork and thinking about how we can create something like that, maybe with clay, maybe with fabric and bits like that. Again, looking at these kind of gods here. This is a Poseidon link here, so I'm talking about what Poseidon is and what it means. And then from all of that, I have done a piece and outcome. So this is Poseidon, and he's controlling the weather, controlling the storm, and this is basically someone, mental health, weathering the storm, as it were. Okay, and that would be the end of the project. It's the guided unit, and then we get on to part 2, which is more self-directed.